Hey folks, good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. It's a beautiful day here. It's cool. The sun is out. It's not as hot as it was a few days ago, but I'm glad today's great weather. I can work in the yard when I get home. So a few things came up, and it really is remarkable when when I talk to individuals and we discuss certain things. But one of the biggest things that came up is the current job market in this country. I'm in the same situation like everybody else, job market wise. What really is manifesting, unless you're in the job market right now, you're looking for a new position, a new situation. I'm telling people to just look at the perspective of the development out there, job wise. Okay, just because you have a certain skill set, knowledge, degree, whatever, it does not guarantee you to get a job. One of the things that I've been talking to a lot of HRs and a lot of individuals in many industries right now. One of the things that is prospectively clear is that they are looking at individuals in their hiring pool more closely than they were maybe 10 years ago, even 15 years ago. There's people out there that has multiple experience, multiple this, multiple that, doesn't guarantee an individual to get a job or a position. That's the thing, the clear dynamic that's in there, in their perspective. But what really is fundamental, and I hear this through social media, and I've heard that through everything else. Your resume reflects who you are. You get the interview, you get interview to a certain degree that opens your door. Even within the interview, you might be challenged to do things prospectively based on your experience. That's great, but also adapt to your experience with the new challenges out there today. But one thing I've learned, and it's something I've heard from a lot of HRs, is that the dynamic has really risen above certain things. Great example. Somebody told me you could have four guys, the same degree, the same experience, the same whatever. There has to be a niche. There has to be a collective understanding that this person is going to be a dynamic individual to your team, to your assets. Even then, it's really hard to imagine a person being in that role and to be part of a team because they have risen their standards, the requirements for these team aspects of the jobs, and I've seen that myself personally. What I have continued on is that I became more understanding of the dynamics, talking to individuals, hiring managers, talking to we call it career headhunters, and talking to individuals in certain leadership positions. What is really fundamental today is that there's still need of a humanistic touch. The problem today is that even individuals who have multiple skill set, multiple dismal, there has to be a balance. But the reality is more and more big tech are focusing on medium management aspects in certain avenue. So the question for you guys, who's in the job market or still working, or those who are not working and looking for a position, what's the dynamic that has changed in the last 5 years? Not 10 years, I said 5 years. Because in the last 9, 10 months, I have learned what has changed in both the federal government positions, state government positions, local government positions, even public sector, and even nonprofit. The challenges and changes is dynamic, but it's dealing a real questionable point. People are now asking, what is the most tangible part of your skill set? What is the most tangible part of your focus keeping this position or advancing to the next level, or getting a new position, or getting a new job, or getting a job. Like I said, I've talked to a lot of people. I have great team coaches. I have a lot of counselors who's been helping me out. The reality is I'm seeing a change on focal dynamics beyond careers. There's jobs out there that has become a quagmire for promotion, and they're stalled. And there's jobs out there that no one really wants to apply, and there's people like me who are applying for those applicable jobs, because the reality is dynamics changes. Versatility in an individual is paramount now more than ever. Even in my skill set, even in my background, I'm always challenged to say, hey, this is what I got, this is what we have, what do we have in common? That's the reality that a lot of prospective individuals are now getting to understand. So here's the question: what is the challenge today? What's the challenge of tomorrow? And what is the challenge you're seeing in your job search, if you're looking for a job? Or what is the dynamic right now at your situation while looking for a job or in a job? Are you looking for better aspect of growth? And what kind of growth are you looking at? Because right now, the challenges is there, the fundamental shifts are there. How far or are you willing to change those dynamics? That's a question you have to ask yourself. So, are you looking for a new position? Are you in a position that you enjoy? Are you looking to help somebody to get a new job or position? What's the dynamic you're seeing? So for now, you take care, you stay safe, and hey, if you're the same boat as me, keep charging, keep believing in yourself, and always, always put positiveness even when you're down. Sometimes the biggest problems starts with the easiest solution. It starts with you. So stay safe, have a nice day, and take care.